And then my mom tells me, already, you're gonna see where you're gonna sleep today, but you're not sleeping in my house. Hello, it's your boy Oabile and I'm back again with another video.
I'm coming up like an elevator, The haters, they feeling the vapors.
Yes sir, you guys saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, and it's true. One day I'm gonna be telling you guys a story time of how I actually got kicked out my house. So let me set the scene. This was back in 2018, right? I used to live in Midrand, and I had a friend who lived 2 minutes away from my estate. His name is Oabile, right? And like we were tight, you know, like we still are. While he was still living close to my house, like we used to link up like once every 2 weekends, you know, those type of vibes, you know what I'm saying? And then the man moved to Kyalami, and that was like 10 k's away from my house. Nah. After he moved, I would take an Uber to his house, and sometimes you take an Uber to my house, you know, and sometimes like I would walk to his house, you know, and that man lived far. Imagine walking 10 k's, my guys. It was mad. So in my estate, there were these two boys. Let's just call them Tabo and Tato. They are brothers, and they had just gotten new bikes. We'd always ride their bikes and whatever. I think it was the holidays of the first term. I remember that specific holiday. I went to a private school and they went to public schools, you school. So obviously they opened earlier than I did, if you understand. So we had a whole extra week of holiday. So in this holiday, every weekend I would make an effort to go to his house, and Ratile would also make an effort to come to my house. So it went back and forth like that until I had no money. I remember 2 weeks before the holiday ended, I would actually walk to his house, and that man lived far, my guys, like far. So in the last week, my bank account was shaky. I had no money, like I'm not even gonna lie. And I was tired of working because I did that like once, like 2 times, 3 times, and it was tiring. You go. So away, the last week comes, these two boys say I could use their bike. Okay, so Tabo's the older brother, and I rode Tabo's bike because it was bigger and faster. Let's go. I think it was a Monday or something. Like I remember I rode it the first time around, and yeah, it was vibes, because I mean they left their bikes outside and he said I could use his bike. So yeah. And then I think it was a Wednesday or something. I remember, yeah, it was during the week though. I was like, you know what, why don't I just ride this guy's bike to Riatile's house? I don't think he's gonna mind. Away sharp, I take the bike and I go. I get out the gate and the security guard is like, bro, you know that's not your bike. But now, since I never cared, I just went along with it, you know. And we got there, it was nice, it was vibes. Yo, we were playing FIFA. Then we vibed outside, we played outside also. We normally just do things that people in high school would do, you know, like chat, you know, talk, you know, like laugh, you know what I'm saying. Play soccer outside, you know what I'm saying. And yeah, it was vibes. Like I actually enjoyed that day. So obviously when I vibed to his house, like it was a whole bunch of us. Like I think it was like 4 or 5 of us. Yeah. So it was me, Ratile, Obi, and Lepako. We all in high school. And yeah, it was just vibes, you know. We play. And then like the sun starts setting. And I'm like, yo bro, I low-key feel like we need a dip. But we were enjoying, you know, playing music outside, away sharp. So now I need to start getting ready, you know, to start going home. But my mom would always expect me to come home at 6 o'clock because I was in grade 9 and I was young. So obviously I had a curfew, you know. In my heart, I already knew that I'm gonna get into trouble. Mario boy just didn't care. Not that I didn't care, Mara. You know, like when you're having fun and then you don't think nice, bro. You don't think in actual fact, nah. So the sun starts setting and it's like 5:15. That's when we start thinking, okay, I low-key need to go. So we're preparing ourselves, you know what I'm saying. At Ratile's house, there was like an auntie that came in and left at like 5. So he needed to stay at home, you know, until his mom came back. And he has like a younger brother, so obviously like his mother expects him, to be there when she arrives there. I don't know what we needed at Spa, but we needed to go to Spa, you school. And like Spa is like halfway, it's like the halfway mark, between my house and his house. So all four of us were like, okay, away, sharp, let's go to Spa. Nah, away. So we changed location and we go to Spa, right? All four of us. Ratile Ratile had a bike, right? And then Obi also had a bike, and then Lampako also had a bike. So I was the only one that didn't have a bike because of that time I lost my teeth. Like, my mom has never bought me a bike till this day, So if you haven't watched the story time of how I lost my teeth, the link is in the description below. So we get to Spa. I don't even know why we thought like going to Spa was a good idea. Cause remember, Riatile had to be home before his mother was. So we get to Spa. So we dealing the cash, we sharing the cash, Then my mom called. So I see the call and then I ignored it because in my mind I knew exactly what was coming my way. I knew that something has gone wrong, So she calls again. I answer, right? But as soon as I answer, I drop. Cause like, she's already shouting on the call, Cause, yeah. Away, so she calls again. And this time I give the phone to Riatile to answer. Cause he knew my mom, like, yeah. So my mom is asking, why isn't Oabile answering the call? Cause I'm phoning him, not you. Away, then he doesn't know what to do. I take the call, my mom is asking me, why did you take someone else's bike, and whatever. So I'm like, yo, ma, but like, I borrowed the bike, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, she drops. Now it's not even play anymore. Like, she really wants me to get home. Next moment, this was like worst case scenario type stuff. Like, and we never, not one of us thought that this would happen. So like, we chatting, yeah, we making a noise. Next moment we see a lady. Mara, I recognize this face. I'm like, yo, bro. I tell Riatile, I'm like Kamokot, I'm like, yo, bruh. And guess who it was, bruh? It was Riatile's mom. I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. But he was also shocked, cause we low-key saw it coming. Like, everything was going bad, nah. I was so sharp. Riatile's mom approaches us and says, Riatile, aren't you supposed to be home? And she turns around and vibes. Yo, Kore, every one of us knew that, like, yo, bruh, like, it's going down. So they're gonna go back to their estate and I'm gonna go home. So Obi and I hit the road. We get past his house, he goes home. He wishes me good luck, cause like, it was rough, man. So I wear sharp. The road to my house was uphill, So I'm out here riding, bro. And that uphill, guys, everyone knows how hectic uphills are. Uphill routes are hectic and insane. So I'm out here riding, and I get to the gate, away. But the thing is, when I get to the gate, I see my mom, Tabo, and Tato. Mare, the whole estate is there. Like, all of the kids are there. Like, it's a movie, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, why are these guys here, bro? Like, honestly. And yeah, so I give them the bike because it's their bike, away. So my mom is like, how could you steal a bike? And I'm like, steal bike? How did I steal the bike? Because these guys said to me that I could ride the bike. But also, like, on my part, you can't borrow someone's bike and then go out the estate with it, if you understand what I'm saying. But it is what it is. Those guys made it like I actually stole the bike. So obviously my mom is like, what's going on with this child? How could you steal a bike? What's the point of stealing? Like, if you don't have it, you don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So my mom genuinely thought I stole the bike, if you understand what I'm saying. But it is, I mean, I don't blame her, cause yeah. So I'm like, okay, sharp, that now the situation is solved, away. So I turn right and we walk home. So as I turn, I see black plastic bags. I'm like, what is that for? I mean, the plastic bags are in front of the garage. And I'm like, let me just check what's inside. But when I look at them, these plastic bags are full of my clothes. And I'm like, what? And then my mom tells me, already, you're gonna see where you're gonna sleep today, but you're not sleeping in my house. And I'm like, oh, no, wait. So like, she gets in and she closes the door. The thing is, I knew I was gonna get back into the house eventually. But then like, she was low-key sounding serious, you know? So I take the plastic bags, you know, I gather them outside. I'm like, yo, what do I do now? Like, I can't go back to Ratile's house because he's in trouble. Like, he has his own stuff to sort out, you know? And like, there's no one who would legitimately allow me to spend the night at their house. So here I'm out here crying, you know, bro, like it was hectic, nah. And it's late, I'm crying, I'm thinking of whose house I can go to, and it's just like nothing is working for me. So I go to the door, I knock, my mom answers, right? And I tell her, Mama, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to do it. I promise I won't do it again. You know, all of that talk. I was genuinely disappointed in myself, you know, that like I actually did that, you know, because it was really uncalled for, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I could have just stayed home and enjoyed myself at home. But yo, she was like, yeah, it's fine, I forgive you. My mom is very forgiving, by the way. Like, she's very forgiving. And then I go inside the house, you know, I pack my wardrobe. And this time, like, I had my phone. Normally when stuff like this happen, she would genuinely take my phone away for 2 months, you know. My mom is very strict, and I feel like if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be the person I am right now. And I honestly thought she was gonna take my phone away, but she didn't. I feel like that was a scare. Like, I low-key thought I was gonna get kicked out. So, moral of the story, if you wanna go out and the comments are not communicating, you know, just be at peace with it, bro. Cause like, you're gonna end up doing something really stupid just to get to where you wanna go, only to get into trouble, you know, or only to get kicked out of your house. You know what I'm saying? Yes sir. I just want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed to my channel. We passed 25,000 subscribers. At this point, it's a road to 50k. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, bro. Like, it's free. And yeah guys, I'm gonna try to be consistent like after this video and post once a week. But I'm juggling school and YouTube, and that's not really a combo what you judge. It's really crazy how my channel grew so fast. I just want to give all the glory to God. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here right now. It's mad. Road to 50k, what you judge. Let's get it, my guys. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, my handles are right over here. It's Oabile with the 3 at the end, you know what I'm saying. Let's not forget, it's a road to 50k, what you judge. It's been your boy Oabile. Stay blessed, and I'm out.